And we are live.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the January edition of the Victor Town Hall. I'm Tim Terranova, the proud superintendent of the Victor Central School District. Thrilled to have you join us with some of our fantastic elementary leaders. Once a year, at least once a year, we try to get on some of our elementary students who are doing an amazing job. So this is one of my favorite town halls. We're going to talk a little bit with these young leaders, ask them a little bit about themselves and what school's like. They'll at the end give a shout out to an adult that they feel is really important to them. And just to be great to get to know them a little bit. So we have actually with us, I'm looking at my notes here, 3 third graders, a 5th grader, and 2 6th graders. So they're going to introduce themselves. And let's start with Cameron. Cameron, go ahead, my friend.
My name's Cameron, and I like doing crafts outside of school.
Wow. And let me guess, Cameron, you're 3rd grade, correct? Awesome. All right, we'll be right back to you, okay? Thanks for joining us. Elizabeth, where are you?
I'm here.
Hi.
I'm Elizabeth. I'm in 3rd grade, and I really like dancing and singing outside of school.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. We'll be right back with you, okay? Eliana, how are you this evening?
Hi, I'm Eliana. I'm in 5th grade and I like doing horseback riding outside of school.
Wow, horseback riding. That sounds pretty exciting. We'll be right with you, okay? Okay, Eliana, good to have you. Jackson, how are you?
I'm good. My name is Jackson. I am in 6th grade. I like to play baseball and watch the Buffalo Bills New York Mets win games.
Awesome. Thanks, Jackson. Good to see you. And Hope, how are you?
I'm good. My name is Hope. I'm in 6th grade and I like to do lacrosse and volleyball outside of school.
Awesome. Great to have you, Hope. And last but certainly not least, Kieran, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Kieran. I'm in 3rd grade. Outside of school, I like to play all different sports.
Awesome. And Kieran, stay on with me for a second. You ready? So you like a lot of sports. How's the school year been for you so far this year?
Pretty good.
Yeah. What do you like about it?
My teacher.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We'll get to that person later, maybe when we talk about people that were important. Is there anything challenging about 3rd grade?
No, not really.
You really like it, huh? Awesome. Okay. And Hope, how's 6th grade going? What do you think?
It's good.
Yeah. What do you like the most about 6th grade?
I like the friends and I like my teachers.
And what are any challenges in 6th grade?
Not really.
Yeah. You like it as much as your younger grades, like 3rd and 4th and 5th?
No.
No? You like some of those younger ones better? All right. Well, hopefully you're going to like the second half of 6th grade even more. Okay. We can talk more about stuff like that in a minute. Thank you, Hope. Jackson, how's 6th grade going for you?
It's going really great. Coming from like a different school district, one of the challenges was like transitioning to a new school. I was a little like worried about that at the beginning of the school year, but I've made great friends. I have a great class. I'm involved in some different programs like band, student council, jazz band, and also at my different school, like wall ball wasn't a thing, but at Victor, it's like the thing that people do at recess.
You
It's
love
more,
wall ball.
yeah, it's more fun than just running around playing tag.
How long you been at Victor?
This is my first year back.
Really? Well, now were you here before?
Yeah, I came here a little bit before I went to a different school.
All right. What school did you go to last year?
Bloomfield.
Oh, you were in Bloomfield. So now we got you back in Victor.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Thanks for being here, Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Great to have you. Eliana, how's school going for you?
5th grade is going good. I like my friends and I have a good class.
Yeah. Any challenges to fifth grade?
Not so far.
You switched now. What's it like? How many classes do you have a day? Do you like just have
2.
two? So it's like fourth grade,
Yeah.
and then you have the special classes, the special area classes, right? Like phys ed, art, music, and those things.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. What's one of your favorite classes?
Math and PE.
Wow, that's a good combination too. Are you an Eagles fan?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Okay. We'll have to have a conversation with Jackson about that.
Hmm.
Okay. Thank you, Eliana. Cameron, how are you today? How's third grade? Good? So what do you like about third grade, Cameron?
I made a lot of friends and like I have a good teacher.
Wow, that's awesome. And then is there anything difficult or challenging about third grade?
Not really.
No, no. And have you been in Victor since you were little?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty cool. So you know a lot of people. All
Mhm.
right. All right. I'll come back to you in a little bit. All right, my friend. Elizabeth, we're back to you. How are you, how are you doing?
Good.
All right, talk to us about third grade. How is it?
It's great. I like playing with my friends. So I have some friends from last year that I like playing with, and then I also have new friends that came into my class this year.
It's kind of neat when each grade that you go to, you find new people to be friends with, but you
Mhm.
get to keep the old friends too.
Yeah, I also like doing violin
Wow. How long have you been
too.
doing the violin?
It's good.
How long have you been practicing the violin?
So last year was my first year, and then I did it again this year.
Wow. You gonna keep doing it?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Can't wait to see you play it. And then is there any challenges for third grade?
Not really, it's great.
That's great to know. Okay, awesome, Elizabeth. And then, all right, so what the audience doesn't know right now is these 6 individuals that I have on with me tonight, that I'm honored to have on with me tonight, were chosen by their principals as really effective student leaders, whether they were in third grade, fifth grade, or sixth grade. And I think that's pretty cool because there's a lot of student leaders, which is awesome. And there's hundreds of great kids in our elementary schools. But you were chosen because you stood out in terms of leadership at your age. So I think I'm going to just ask each of you, what do you think is important about being a leader and how do you practice it? And Hope, let's start with you, okay?
Wait, what was the question?
So Hope, you were chosen by your principal
Oh.
as a leader, somebody who has really strong leadership qualities. So what is it in your mind? What is it to be a leader? What do you need to do? And what do you do to become a leader?
I think that you need to be responsible and kind to other people.
That's a pretty good combination, being responsible and being kind. Um, what does being responsible mean to you? Like, what would be an example?
Like turning your homework in on time.
Right. That's pretty good. Awesome. And also, if your dad makes dinner and you don't really like it, you don't necessarily tell him that because you want to make sure he's feeling good about the food he's cooking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good example too. Awesome. Jackson, what's it mean to be a leader?
Well, to me, a leader should have like 3 qualities, and some of those I think include setting good examples, so the others will follow, and it can create more of like a positive atmosphere for learning. And another thing is including others, so you can like get a different opinion and like so their confidence levels might boost, and then you'd have like more variety of opinions. And another thing is like when you see something like going wrong, you kind of have to say something. Let's just say hypothetically, someone was like throwing food that may or may not be a tomato. Um, that's you could walk over to their table and say that that was like disrespectful to the VIS motto, and that it's wasting food and like being rude. So then they would stop, and it would like create more of like a safe environment.
Wow, that's a great example, Jack. It's not easy though to go walk over to your friends and kids and tell them to stop doing something when you know it's wrong.
Definitely not easy.
No, but it is important, especially as you get older and doing things. And it's great that you talk about including everybody. How important is that?
Well, I think it's really important because when you include people, like, well, you can make good friends, but also you can like kind of open them up to sharing their ideas, and then you can like learn what they think at some angles.
I think that's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline. Cameron, how are you? Where are you?
Bye.
Well, all right. So what is it now? You're one of our younger leaders. You're a third grader, Cameron.
Yeah,
What do you think about what is important about being a third grade leader?
it's important because you have to like be like helpful, kind, and like friendly.
Helpful, kind, and friendly. Now, you have to understand it, no matter what age you are, those are three really important qualities. So as you get older, continue to be helpful, continue to be kind, and continue to be friendly. If you're those three things, you're going to continue to be a great leader. So I think those are awesome. Thank you, Cameron. And Elizabeth, what do you think are good qualities for being a leader?
So what I think is good qualities is like when you like when like you can be helpful to others and you can like set good examples for like the other kids in the school.
Wow, that's a great one. Now, in your mind, like what would be an example of setting a good example?
Like when you're sitting on the carpet, being quiet and doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, you know what's great is you must be doing a lot of that stuff because that's why you were mentioned by Mrs. Robb as a great leader in the building. So thank you for being that way. Awesome. Eliana, what does it mean to you as a fifth grade leader? What are some qualities?
You have to set a good example for your class and for your grade and for your school.
Yeah, okay, what would be, I guess, what would be a couple of those examples of being good examples in fifth grade?
If your whole class is talking and you're supposed to be quiet, not being someone that talks.
That's hard to do sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, how about you now? Do you like to talk or are you more of a quiet person?
Oh no, I like to talk.
You do? So you got to kind of be responsible and not talk when you're not supposed to, correct?
Yeah.
You strike me as somebody who's very kind to others too. Talk a little bit about that and why is that important?
Yeah, you have to be kind to everybody and you have to include everyone. Even if like the group you're in per se doesn't want that person included, if they don't have a group, you still need to include them.
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing to do. And sometimes the other kids won't want to, but you be the leader, get the person in there, and then everybody typically has a good time. So
Yeah.
excellent. Thank you. And then Kieran, I did not forget about you. I promise. Kieran, what's it like being a third grade leader? What do you got to do?
Um, you gotta set a good example by if you're going to the cafeteria, don't talk when you're not there yet, or hold your thoughts until you're in the cafeteria. And once you're back in your classroom, to do classroom things.
So it's almost like you can be a little bit different in the cafeteria than you are in the classroom, correct?
Yeah.
What's it like in third grade trying to include everybody and being nice? Is that hard to do sometimes or is it pretty easy?
Um, it's kind of hard sometimes when we can't decide on what we want to do outside because we have some people doing one thing, but then there's a smaller group on the other thing. So then it's hard to include everybody in one thing.
It is. So is that just something you got to keep working on?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a great point, Karen. Thank you. Now, you got blue and red on. Is that a Bills jersey?
Yeah.
That's good. I think that's very important. Do you like people who are not Bills fans? You still got to respect them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's hard to do sometimes, but I think it's important. So let's stick with you, Karen. All right. Last question. I'm gonna actually combine two of them. You ready? And everybody else is listening because this has been amazing. So, two questions. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the school year? And then the next question will be giving a shout out to an adult in the school that's really positive and makes a big positive impact on you. So you want to start with the first question? Like, what are you looking forward to the most for the rest of the school year? Karen, it's okay, you go.
Later in the school year, I'm excited for learning new math, making new friends, and having more time in school.
Wow. That's awesome. Making, wait a minute, I got that. Making more friends, right? Learning new math and having more fun and time at school itself, correct?
Yeah.
That's great, Kieran. And then Kieran, who's an adult that you've worked with that you think is maybe made a big positive impact on you?
My teacher this year, Mr. Isham, has made a positive impact on me.
Really? Mr. Isham?
Yeah.
What do you like the most about him?
He makes learning more interesting by telling jokes and a lot of other fun stuff.
That's awesome. Well, I think he's gonna very much appreciate you giving him a shout out, Karen. Thank you so much. And thank you. Stay on because we got the other kids to talk to, but thanks for being a great leader in third grade, okay?
Yeah.
And how about Elizabeth? I know you've been going back and forth with you. Elizabeth, what are you looking forward to for the rest of the school year, and who do you want to give a shout out to?
Well, I really like doing Broadway band with one of the music teachers at the school, so I'm excited for that to start again in the spring
Oh
time.
wow, what is that, Elizabeth? What's Broadway bound?
So Mrs. Lewis does like a Parks and Rec group in my school's auditorium for 1 week, and then on the Friday of that week, we invite the parents to come in and we perform 3 songs and dances for them.
Oh my gosh, you got to sing and dance?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Do you get nervous or you just love doing it?
I just really love doing it.
That's awesome, Elizabeth. That takes a lot of guts, but that's great. I love that. I can't wait to see you keep it. You know, we have a great performing arts program as you get older here too. It's
Mm-hmm.
great that Mrs. Lewis is doing that. And then can you give a shout out to an adult that's made a big difference in your life?
Uh-huh. Mrs. Caniglio.
Mrs. Caniglio.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why did you mention her?
Because I like being able to like do like extracurricular activity to get it so that my brain like is stretched really big.
Wow. So she stretches your brain?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty exciting. That's awesome. Great shout out. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a great leader, Elizabeth. Cameron, what are you looking forward to for the rest of third grade?
I'm looking forward to like doing a lot of like writing stuff.
Oh, you like to write, don't you? What now? What is it about writing you like?
Um, we can make stories and like I like writing.
That's great. And you know what? You probably like reading too, don't you?
Yeah.
But see, because then you can write and then other people can read it. That's pretty
Mhm.
exciting. So you'll get a chance to do a lot of writing as you get older too. So that's awesome. And then who's an adult in your life at school that's made a positive impact on you?
Um, this te- this teacher this year, Mr. Fish.
Mr. Fish?
Uh-huh.
Wow, what is it about Mr. Fish you like so much?
He like made me more brave because we do like these speaking activities and we have to like think of something and you have to like type it or you can write it and then you have to like present it to like the whole class.
Oh, wow. Well, I can tell that you have practiced that because you are an excellent public speaker. And you should be very proud of yourself. And I know. So you're part of the fish bowl.
Yeah.
They still got the couch in the room?
Hmm.
That is so cool. All right. Well, you tell them I said hi and thanks for your great leadership. Okay, Cameron?
Okay.
And then Eliana, what are you looking forward to for the rest of fifth grade? And who you want to give a shout out to?
I'm looking forward to doing more math.
Wow, that's pretty cool. How long have you liked math? Since you've been really little or just recently?
Since I've been little.
Yeah. So what is it about math that you like?
The challenges to it, and that it involves like you have to read questions carefully.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's very important. That's awesome you like math. There's so many opportunities in math as you get older too. And who do you want to give a shout out to, Eliana? I think you just went on mute by accident. There you
Mr. Fish.
Mr. Fish. Really? The same Mr. Fish that Cameron just gave a shout out to?
Yes.
So now you obviously had Mr. Fish a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So what is it that about him that has kept him in, and is one of your favorite people?
He was able to make learning more fun and prepare me for older years.
Really? And so you can already tell that now in fifth grade, can't you? Right?
Dr. Turnova, we lost your camera.
Oh. Sorry. I'm back. Sorry about that. Eliana, can you see me again?
That he was able to make learning more fun and just prepare you for older years.
That's great. Well, he definitely prepared you. I hope it's the Bills and the Eagles in the Super Bowl, okay? Wait, hopefully. I know you're rooting for the Bills.
Yeah, I don't want the Bills to win.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as they make the Super Bowl, right?
No.
All right. Well, we're gonna have a difference in opinion on that one, Eliana, but that's okay. You keep rooting for your Eagles. All right.
Hmm.
Hope, what are you looking forward to the rest of this school year? And who do you want to give a shout out to?
Something that I'm looking forward to is the weather getting warmer so we could go outside for recess more.
Yeah, what are the rules around that? You gotta be like above 20 or something degrees.
Yeah.
Do you think we should be able to get out when it's even a little colder, as long as you bundle up? What do you think?
Yes.
All right, that's a good rule. All right, so you're looking forward to the warm weather, so am I. And who do you want to
And
give a
field
shout out
day.
to?
Someone that I want to give a shout out to is my first grade teacher, Mrs. Metelsky.
Mrs. Metulsky, your first grade
Um,
teacher.
Yes.
How come?
Because she taught me to be very patient and like kind to others when like I don't want to be kind to others.
I think that's the mark of a leader, Hope, when you're doing things that you know are right, but you don't necessarily want to do them. So I think that's a great message. I'm glad you remembered it. So I've known you since you were
Yeah.
little, just because of you know, coming across you in classrooms and your family and stuff. So you've always been an awesome leader, and I'm really excited as you get older because you're going to be a great leader going into the junior high next year. So have a great year, and thank you for all your leadership. Okay. Great job. And then last but certainly not least, Jackson, what are you looking forward to the rest of this year?
Well, I'm looking forward to my baseball season. It's going to be nice to get back out on the field. Another thing is the better weather, because I think in the cold months there's like a cold mood, but when it gets into the spring and summer, like it's like a better tone and mood. And I know it's technically not spring yet, but we're going to be continuing to do book clubs in our classes, and I really enjoy book club.
What do you do in the book club? What do you like about it?
Well, I like how you like read and take notes, and then you get to like conference together and like share your opinions.
That's awesome. And let me ask you a quick question. I know we're pressed for time here, but so you started back at Victor in September, right?
Mhm.
What do you think was an important thing you did to get to know people, because you were coming into a class maybe that you didn't know a lot of people because you weren't in school? What'd you do that was most helpful to you to get over being shy and just feeling like you could get to know people?
Well, just being myself and introducing myself to people, and like kind of learning a little bit about who they are, so I could kind of find the people that I work well and have a good bond with.
I think it's a great strategy, Jackson. You obviously did that very well. And who do you want to give a shout out to?
Well, I just don't want to give a shout out to one teacher, but I think all the teachers that I've worked with this year
Yeah?
have really been a big change for me, like welcoming me to Victor and including me and like making me feel that I fit in.
I think that's really important. And they're probably pretty good at teaching too, where you can learn a lot.
Very.
Awesome. Well, listen, Jackson, you definitely have been a leader since you got back here. And I can tell that you're going to continue to do that, just like Hope, as you move into the junior high next year and then ultimately the high school. It's great to have you. And I just want to thank every single person on the town hall tonight. You did an amazing job. It's not easy to speak publicly like this on social media, on Facebook, but you were just awesome at it. And I'm most impressed by your ability to speak clearly and communicate really well. You're all excellent public speakers, and you certainly have earned a great reputation, as your names were mentioned by all your principals, as just exceptional people. So have a great rest of the night. I told you that we try to get you off by 7 o'clock, and that's where we are. It was a pleasure having everybody. And we'll be back in February for our next town hall. So thanks, everybody, and have a great night. Okay. Great job. See you later.
Thank you.